Metal Up World, this is CJ with CJOrtiz.com and MetalMotivation.com. This is the first of a new 5-message series I'm doing on the 5 things you must believe in order to fail. Now, this is all being shown in my Life Domination online coaching program, and you can learn more about that if you visit the link below. The 5 things that you must believe in order to fail. Now, that may sound a little funny to you. Maybe you expect me to say the 5 things you have to believe in order to succeed. So why say the 5 things you must believe in order to fail? Well, very simple. It's because I don't think success is as difficult as people make it out to be. I don't think success is as challenging as people make it out to be. You see, you're wired to do more. You're wired to be more. You have desires, do you not? Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video. Obviously, you have better desires for your life. You have abilities already. You're already enabled, already gifted, already talented, already knowledgeable, already experienced. We have to work hard at not succeeding. What I find, it's not so much any special knowledge that you need, something added to your life, so much as it is getting rid of particular beliefs. That's why I said it this way. The 5 things you must believe in order to fail. Because success is not as difficult as people make it out to be. Now, when I say success, I'm not simply referring to living in a big house or being a multimillionaire or something like that. I understand that. There's nothing wrong with that. People want to do that. That's fine. But I'm talking about success as I always define it, which is to become everything that you have the possibility to become. And that can involve certain standard, traditional ideas of what success means. But you can apply this to changing your life, any area of your life, something that you want to conquer, something that you want to overcome. You can still apply these very same principles because you want to achieve success in those areas. You don't want to fail. But the 5 things you must believe in order to fail is easier to cover than the myriad of things it takes in order to succeed. I think we know for the most part what those are. Those aren't the things that are holding us back. What's holding us back are beliefs about the world, beliefs about ourselves, beliefs about what happened to us in the past, beliefs about our access to resources. These sorts of things are what hinder us from moving forward. These are the things that hinder us from succeeding. Success, as I said, is not all that difficult. You're wired to work. And if you're doing something that you genuinely love to do, or you're pursuing something that you really desirous to change, it's not going to be all that difficult once you know what they are. The reason why you're not doing them is more of the beliefs that are holding you back. It's those things that have to change. So these are the 5 things that you're going to have to believe in order to fail. And that's what I'm covering all this week in this message series. So today I want to talk about the first belief, which is you must believe your future is going to resemble your past. This is the first belief that you've got to have in order to fail. You've got to believe that your future is going to resemble your past. What do I mean by that? Well, you'd be surprised at how many people actually believe that. They are convinced that their future is going to resemble the past. Why? Well, because it's always been that way. It's always been this way. Every time I try to do something, this happens. I'm cursed. I'm this. I'm that. I'm just destined to fail. I'm destined to be in the place that I'm in. I'm not like other people. What do you mean you're not like other people? Do you mean that somehow all of these other people are favored and you are not? Do you feel like the entire universe, out of the billions of people that live here now and out of the billions of people that have lived on this planet, you think somehow you are specifically selected out to fail, specifically selected out to be deprived? Is that what you believe? Because that's what I refer to as fatalism. You believe that the future is going to resemble the past. It's always been this way. Well, so long as you continue to believe that, then brother and sister, I guarantee you, you will fail. Now, what I mean by fail, I just mean that you're never going to really get ahead. You may make some attempts, but eventually this idea of fatalism is going to creep back in and neutralize your efforts. It's going to creep back in and undermine your work. What will you do? You're going to blame something outside of you. You're going to blame the universe. You're going to blame a God. You're going to blame other people. You're going to blame your circumstances. You're going to blame all sorts of things. And you're going to say, see, the future is resembling the past. That is a failure mentality because, again, you don't know what the future truly holds because the future is going to be created by you. I used to say it this way: your future hasn't happened yet. So why don't you change what you're so convinced is going to happen? Your future hasn't happened yet. So why don't you go ahead and change what you're so convinced is going to happen? Life will not work itself out, man. You work your own life out. Granted, there are circumstances and situations that come into play that make it more difficult. There are circumstances and situations that can come into play that can really hold you back. I understand that, but you're stronger than all of those things. I believe it was yesterday, I asked a question on my Metal Motivation Facebook page about what are you suffering with at this time in your life? And there was some serious stuff that people were listing. But there wasn't a single thing that I read that could not be overcome. Easily? No. But there's not a single thing that I read from what people listed that they could not overcome. And it may seem impossible, but they do have the power to do it. They do have the ability to do it. Their future does not have to resemble their past. Now, they may be afraid to take certain action. They may not know what certain actions could be taken. They may be a little worn out. They may be a little burnt out. They may be a little exhausted or tired. Whatever the reasons may be for however they deal with their situation, the point is there is ability. There is personal power that they can exercise to eventually change the circumstances, no matter how difficult they are. How do I know that? Because I can find 1 million people for each and every instance listed that have done it. We can always find people in far worse situations than ours who have overcome. So we honestly, in that regard, don't have any excuse. We can offer them. We can offer them and we can get the sympathy from others. That's only going to take you so far. Sympathy from others is only going to take you so far. At some point, you're going to have to leave where you are. At some point, the future is going to come into the present and you're going to have to deal with it. Your best defense is a stronger you. And that's what I do. That's the purpose of Metal Motivation. It's to create stronger people because I think that's what we need. I think that's what was evidenced when I asked that question on my Facebook page. We need stronger people because there's nothing those people listed that could not be overcome with them gaining strength. Because the stronger you are, and I hope you hear me, the stronger you are, the less your circumstances matter. Right? The stronger you are, the less your circumstances matter. Think about when you got a ton of stuff you got to do in a given day, right? You get up in the morning, but you didn't get any sleep. And you got maybe an hour's worth of sleep. You were up all night worried about it. And so now you're absolutely exhausted, yet you still have this massive list of things that you got to get done all day. Well, how are you going to look at that? How are you going to contend with that? Is it going to feel overwhelming? Yes, it will. Why? Because you're physically drained. Now let's pretend that you got 10 hours of sleep, 12 hours of sleep, or whatever the night before. You're awake, you're energetic, you feel awesome, you get a great cup of coffee in the morning, you get some good food in you, and you're ready to go. You have the same laundry list of things that you've got to get done, but what's different? You. The circumstances haven't changed. What's different is you. You are stronger, you feel better, you're more energetic, and what's the end result? that list of items isn't so intimidating. Again, the stronger you are, the less your circumstances matter. So if your circumstances are overwhelming you, that's a way that you can gauge. It's a thermometer to show you how strong you are. Don't feel bad about it. If they are overwhelming you, just get strong. Commit to a personal, daily, systematic way of building yourself up. People don't do that. They wait till the crisis comes and then they reach out for help. When I get questions from people, I always get it when the crisis hits. CJ, this happened to me. I broke up with my girlfriend. I lost my job. This, that. I'm depressed. I'm anxious. I'm stressed out. Now, would you help me? I don't get the question if somebody said, listen, things are going great in my life, CJ, but I know trouble's coming. What can I do now to prepare myself for the future? I don't ever get that question. I only hear from people when the crisis hits. More crises are coming, ladies and gentlemen. I can guarantee you that. Your solution to them is simply this: get strong. The stronger you are, the less your circumstances matter. Your future does not have to resemble your past if we change you now. Can you dig it? I hope you can. So that's what I'm covering all this week, the 5 things you must believe in order to fail. As I said, this is all shown in my Life Domination online coaching program. I'd love to have you join, get access to this series, as well as the archives of over 500 videos already done. You'll have access to those as well. And you'll be in a private Facebook group with me and a ton of other people just like you, committed to changing their life. No negativity, just positive, active people doing what they can to change their life. If you're interested, it's super easy to do and it's super cheap. Just visit the link below, metalmotivation.com/Life Domination Coaching. This is CJ, the Metal Motivator. And remember, in whatever you do, don't suck. Metal up.